Justin?
Hey, Fatu. I'm curious about the absence. You had there for several games, and then coming back from it. A rookie, you're just kind of getting into the flow. You earn a starting job, and then get shut down for a bit. How much rust did you actually have to knock off once you got back into the lineup?
I feel like I knocked off the rust kind of in that acclimation period when I started practicing again. I had that 3-week period. It was like Cleveland, and I forget the other 2 games, but I feel like that's pretty much when I knocked off most of the rust. Obviously, it was a little bit different feeling when I came back. Vikings game, that was my first game back, but I feel like I'm pretty acclimated now.
And what's the, I guess, the mental side of that? What's the emotional roller coaster from, maybe going into the season not knowing what kind of opportunity you'd have to suddenly having a big opportunity to shut down to doing the whole thing kind of circular again. I guess what's that like being trying to stay on an even keel?
I feel like my personality is kind of even keel, but it definitely was tough. Going in, not really knowing what my role was, but just being able to play multiple positions. First game I was at dime. Second game I was asked to play a big role, and I felt I was playing well until that play where I got injured, and then having to be out for like about 10, 11 weeks. Just trying to stay positive and still go to meetings and still watch practice and everything and keep my head into it. But it just feels good to be back out there.
And I'm curious, just these last 2 weeks, some great wide receiver matchups in Metcalf, Lockett, and then maybe another run at Adams. I'm just curious, how much value do you see in these two opportunities for your development going forward?
It's huge. It's always good to go against great players like those, the ones you just mentioned. Obviously every week every receiver is good, but especially going against those guys, I guess like you said, it helps development, confidence, and things like that.
Thanks, Iffy.
Mhm.
Tim?
Hey, Fatu, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, what do you want to show these last 2 weeks? Justin kind of covered it, just everything you've been through, but you get 2 weeks of a pretty good opportunity here. How do you want to finish off this season? What do you want to show most these last 2 weeks?
I want to finish off the year strong. I kind of want to basically show what I showed in the Green Bay game, the first half when I was out there, really up until that last play. I really want to show that and show what I can do. It's tough being a rookie and missing a majority of the season. So I just want to get back to what I know I can do and what the coaches know I can do as well.
Thanks. Good luck the last 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Mike?
Yeah, if you just got two pretty short ones. In the time that you've been able to play, what did you find out that your size was an asset for you? Your size and your length and your wingspan. How much did it feel that was an asset for you?
I couldn't hear. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. In the little bit that you played, before and after you got hurt, how much did you find out that your size, your wingspan and all that was an asset for you playing defensive back?
Yeah, I knew it was an asset. Obviously going in, but it's almost like going from college to NFL. You don't know until you're really out there. And that Green Bay game, I was able to get some good press reps, get my hands on, and that's when I kind of like really knew. I knew, but it kind of just assured me. But I feel like I'm a bigger dude, so everywhere I've gone, whether it's high school, college, the NFL, the receivers I go against in practice will always say something to me like my arms are long, or I'm just like a big body out there.
Yeah, and just one other thing, how good does it feel for you to finish the season playing, not watching, but actually playing, finish out the season?
Yeah, no, it feels good because, like I said, it was tough. It was tough going from starting and playing well and then getting injured and being out and watching for 10, 11 weeks. So it feels really good to be back out there.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Dave, last one.
Hey, Iffy, two short things for you too. You just mentioned, how tough it was sitting out those, a couple months. How much development do you feel like you lost when you were out?
I feel like I don't think I lost really any development mentally, but obviously, physically, once you're out there and you're stacking days and you kind of get better as the season progresses. Like that's really with anyone. The more reps you get, the better. So I kind of just lost a little bit of the physical reps.
And so how did you, stay on top of it mentally and all those other things to make sure you didn't lose anything that way, and maybe even help you in some ways, I guess, watching?
Well, mentally, I was still going to the DB meetings. Even when I was on, even when I was on crutches, I was going to DB meetings. And I was always watching practice. Even me and Jeff was still watching film together, kind of breaking down practice, breaking down the game. So I just kept watching, really.
Yep. The last thing I had for you was just from a defensive back perspective. I just wanted some thoughts on, Amon-Ra and just why he's so dangerous and why he's been so successful here the last few weeks.
He's a really good player. He can play outside. He can play inside. He's really quick. He's savvy. He really knows what he's doing. I've talked to him after practice and stuff like that. He's smart. And he has good hands, obviously.
Hey, last thing, just to clarify your injury, did you need surgery? Was that what happened exactly? Just pull a quad, or what was it?
No, I didn't have to have surgery. It was just a strain in my quad.